Right, so I've been 4 months in. I've been in India for the past 4 months. I am in India right now. And how has it been? How has it been? That's the question I'm trying to answer. Um, it's it's been mixed, but more on the negative side. Uh, it was horrendous. The pollution was horrendous for us to handle. It's the past out of the past 4 months, the past pretty much 3 months uh, have been not not the best. Actually, it's the months are since October, November, December, January, February, and now March. So the months of after Diwali, November onwards, it's been horrendous. November and December was so bad with pollution that we were criticizing our decision to move back. January was bad, equally bad, but it got slightly better towards the end. And February was brilliant. Like as a month, February clearly is my favorite month. It's equivalent to the UK summers, and so is the month of March, to be honest, the month we are in. It's also similar to the UK summers and peak summers. So these 2 months are probably the best months to be here, but uh, definitely the worst months. We have survived the worst months. Now in December we got so pissed off that we decided to spend about 10 days in Thailand. We wanted to escape the pollution, and we did. Having gone to Thailand, it was a completely different experience. We were like, shoot, this is the country we want to live in, right? Thailand's so good. But again, I realized there are months in Thailand which are horrendous. Similar to India, the monsoon months get very hot and humid. Our hot and humid months are yet to come, so we'll see how we can handle the hot and humid months, which are about to come. But yes, again, I'll be spending about 1.5 months in Europe, so I will be escaping a bit of the summers and the extreme heat in the country by escaping. Now, is that how you want to look at your life here in India? If you can, then cool, you'll be able to survive. Okay, that's just the weather, the pollution, and all of that, mostly the negatives. Anything else? Money. India is not cheap anymore. India is expensive. Okay, so if you want to have a decent life in India, you will need to make sure you have a good source of earning. Your job should be giving you a good amount of money. The differential would be the double. So for example, if you earn £100,000 in the UK, you should be making at least 50 lakh rupees in India, which would give you the same benefits overall as the UK. If you're earning 50 lakhs in India, you would be able to save about 22 lakh rupees, depending on your lifestyle. Clearly, of course, like it's not, if you look at it, you should be able to save easily 50%. I could be wrong. I need to hear that calculations from somebody, but that's my assessment. For me, since I'm a contractor, I don't really care. So for me, that part is sorted. I have a small software company, so we have a bunch of contractors. To us, luckily, we still earn in dollars. I still earn in dollars, so I hedge against the rupee devaluation. A lot of people are facing problems with rupee devaluation, and if I think about it, the benefits in India has been the low cost of living. Schooling is mixed opinions. Better than the UK, better than the public schools in UK, but not as rewarding as we would have expected them to be. The problem in India is still the same that used to be there, say 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when we were growing up, which is that school will teach your kids, but not to the extent that they have to still self-study, self-learn, homeworks, tuitions. That drama, that saga still continues. Now, We in the UK were very relaxed. We would send the kids to school, not worry about homeworks, not worry about having to teach them at home or send them to tuitions, but we were negligent. That's the other thing. We were negligent and we were not paying attention to kids' education. Here, okay, that's the benefit. We are also being forced to but then it's all about the family, right? Like if you are hyper focused on good education, you would do that. But if you're not, there are plenty of people here who don't really do that much, right? Like they don't care so much about their kids' education, as in they would just send the kids to the tuitions and not bother about how they're what's their study and learning like. So if you're one of those, you'll be fine, right? And we were those people in the UK because we wouldn't care. We just send the kids to the school and that's it. Here we are being a bit more cautious. We are looking at the education and knowing the kind of world we foresee. We do not know what professions our kids will take, so we are still being careful and cautious. What else? Services are amazing. Now, take an example, the maids, right? So the maids are a blessing. They come and clean your house every single day. They take care of making your bed, mopping your bathrooms, everything, right? And fairly common, right? But they are not as professional as how we got used to cleaners in the UK, right? They were a lot more professional in their approach. They were expensive, but they were professional. Out here, if you want professionalism, you'll have to go through a professional company like Urban Company, or one of those apps like which provides managed professionals to your home. But yeah, generally, if you want to, like, if you think you can move here and go back to how your parents were, like having a maid to come cook, clean, you'll be pissed off because managing them, listening to their gossip is beyond us now. Like we can't handle that. Okay, how's life in general? Look, the experience of life is pretty much the same, right? Except when you hit the traffic, that like reminds you how good your Western world is. But apart from hitting traffic, I think, yeah, the experience of life is fairly simple. I'll tell you what, right? What's our schedule like? We go to work, come back, our kids come back by school bus. There is a maid at home to take care of the kids. Like when they get off the bus, they walk back to home, and the maid's there to take care of them, cook for them, feed them, right? We come back, and about 6ish, we are back at home. I still have a few pending calls because of the time zone difference. Of course, I have to take a few calls with my US clients later in the evening. But then we watch Netflix, just exactly the same we would do back in the UK. Like after a day's work, we would come back and chill with a bit of Netflix and have a cup of tea, listen to a bit of music, and head to bed. The only addendum here is that we also have to make sure our kids have done their homework, but that's a good thing. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I mean, in the UK we were not so worried because the schools there worked slightly differently. Well, yeah, so that experience of life is exactly the same. Now my house and office are very nearby, which means I do not struggle with traffic just the way a lot of other people complain. For my exercise, I've got our society has a gym, so we use the gym. I've got a personal trainer, and there is a massive biodiversity park right across of where I live. So beautiful park, just abroad-like. So I can go there cycling and just chilling in nature, listening to the birds sing, which is amazing. Like that's the bit I feel that I would, in the UK, I would think that I'm going to miss this in India, but luckily that's the bit I do not miss, at least not so far. We are heading into the hot months. I'll have more updates on how it goes when we are in the hot months. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted. Bye.